Hey, good morning, everybody.
The real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on the planet. Thank y'all for joining me today. We got a lot to talk about, as usual. The subject is, do looks matter? We'll talk about that, but we'll wait till a few people get over here. Paladin Long says tree. I don't think my donation went through that I sent you. I didn't get a receipt back on it. Sorry. Where did you send that to? The PayPal, Cash App? What's your real name? Hey, Wonders of Life. He said, good morning, Calvin and the Sunshine Shoulders gang. Hope everyone is coping with weather in their respective areas. Wishing the best to those affected by Hurricane Ida. Yeah, I was watching some stuff on YouTube, man. That thing was flattening some houses. Sam Champion said, good morning, good evening. I might be late shutting computer down now. Got a thunderstorm overhead now. Oh, man, be careful. Because I know you over there on the East Coast, Sam. What's up, TJ? You back up from your vacation? You got a vacation quick, man. Hell, you just got over here and got a vacation. If I'm going to go back in the rat race, I want to work with you, brother. Hey, Tap Hunt, I know you are. Is that the NTZ? Where's the NTZ? Okay, I see John Wells here. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. Keep this a safe and respected live stream. Smoky Mountain Marla says, hey, Bobby, how are things with you? Bobby G in Denver says, hey, Calvin, I see you, brother. Jeffrey Tatter, good morning. Zorba Dundee, what's up? I see where Australia's talking about trying to open back up, even though they COVID deaths hit 1,000. Just the BO02 says, how about excess weight? Okay. The subject is, do looks matter? Absolutely matter. But here's another question I should have asked. Well, here's something I should have added to that. But it's not a deal breaker. So just the BO02, no, it's not a deal breaker. But yeah, it matters over here to Filipinas. And it obviously matters to you. Because you're coming over here, you're trying to get the nicest looking woman that you can. It matters more to men than women, but yeah, it matters. You know, Filipinos, they're no different than women all over the world. They want somebody handsome and they like muscles too. Okay, all things being equal, if they had, and your salary was the same, your education, your personality, and no matter what the age is, if there's a handsome guy with muscles over here and a fat slob over here, they're going to take the handsome guy with muscles. Duh, but it's not a deal breaker, guys. So that's why, I'm over here. That's why John's over here. It's why a lot of men over here. It's not a deal breaker, but see, a lot of people, that's why when I tell you that nothing I even talk about is earth shattering, it's not some type of breaking news, because you know why you're coming over here. You already know. There's no sense in you lying. That's the reason you coming over to the Philippines, because you say, oh, I can get a nice looking, young, nice looking woman over there as long as I got a few dollars. See? So don't lie to yourself. Hey, Bravo 29 says, hey, Calvin, I pray you are well. Thank you. What's up, retired 2019? Mike, I see you. Travel Mike, what's up, homeboys? He says. Bebe Sakari, good morning, Sir Calvin. Watching now. Good luck on there. I see you got a lot of Votes, Bebe Sakari. And I'm glad you're on here because I want to address something, man. I've been getting some crazy messages and emails about this beauty contest. Guys, listen, it's the first one we ever did. It's not that serious, okay? If I was worried about who won, I would just simply chose the winner myself. But it's not about that, guys. Y'all understand that over here, man, we're basically locked down. I mean, the pandemic raging. What, they have a record yesterday, 22,366 COVID cases. You know, you can't go nowhere. People aren't working. The whole focus is COVID, COVID, COVID. With this contest, I'm giving people just something else to focus on besides COVID and being locked down and not working and not eating. All right, don't miss that. You know, who gives a damn who wins? Somebody's going to win 10,000. I mean, if you're that worried about it, because some guys are, man, they're really sending me some crazy emails and messages, then give the damn lady who you think won, who should have won, send her 10,000 pesos. But stay out of my emails, stay out of my messages with that stuff, guys. It's foolishness. That's not why I did this contest. Next year, it'll be different. You know, anytime you have voting on social media, there's going to be some type of controversy. If you put it on Facebook, oh, they got too many on Facebook. Then if you put it on YouTube, oh, you shouldn't let them only vote but one time. No, I'm trying to make it fun, trying to, you know, let people get their focus on something other than COVID. You got to realize Filipinos spend a lot of time online. Okay, you know what? And I'm only halfway through voting. I've got 10,000 more votes. Well, probably about 6,000. I've already did 4,000. I got like 6,000 more. And the contest doesn't end until tonight at 11:59. I'm the one's got to sit up there and make every, you know, vote. But yeah, guys, don't miss the point, man. Somebody's going to win 10,000. Everybody's going to win something, at least 500 pesos. And if you don't think that's a lot of money, then you come over here because you're on the other side of that screen. Man, I was coming back from playing tennis this morning, and I'm riding behind a jeepney, and a guy gets off. Man, he's coming to work looking like this. He's got all this charcoal and stuff on him already because he works at the copra factory right around the corner from me. He couldn't even wash the copra off of him last night. How much is he earning? Probably 200 or 300 pesos a day. See, y'all don't see that stuff. I see it every single day. And it inspires me. It motivates me to want to help as many people as I can in many different ways as I possibly can. So, come on, man. You know, it's more things going on. People dying over in the U.S. now with that damn hurricane over there. Okay, Sam Champion, he says, I'm back online. Seems that it's gone, at least for now. These storms have been known to circle back around. I love to sleep through a storm, as long as it's not so, bad. Over here, it puts me to sleep. What's up, Chuck Smash? Hey, guys, let's hit the like button. William Murphy says, hey, Calvin, when you have to leave? Officially, December the 5th is the last day I can be in the Philippines. But, and I hope my haters is listening, I already sent a two-page letter to the man here that's going to help. He's going to try to help me, whether he helps me or not. Okay. He wanted me to give him a two-page letter. I wrote it. She's going to take it today to his office and give it to him, and then he's going to take it from there, you know. But December 5th, William Murphy. Hey, JH, what's going on? Are you and Tap Hunt the same guy? Wink, wink. Michael Graves said, Calvin, does looks matter in the Philippines, even if a person has a good income? Yes, Michael, but it's not a deal breaker. And that's what I said earlier. It's not a deal breaker. But it matters. Yeah, it matters. Because Filipinos are not from outer space. All right. But remember, they're not looking at foreigners for your looks. All right. They're looking for that good income that you got, Michael Graves. And then you, on the other hand, you're looking at her for her looks. Nobody comes over here for trying to get a woman who has only the inside counts. That's bullshit, man. And I'm going to tell you now, y'all know it's bullshit. It's not true. Yeah, you can have a nice looking woman with a good character and everything like that. Yeah, you're fine. But if you got a woman with a good character and she looks like crap, you're going to throw her back in, guys. Hey, Rusty Key West from Michigan right now. He said, tell us some stories, Calvin. What kind of story? I told y'all the story about the time I went to the cat house for the only time I ever did it in the Philippines. And I don't even know why I did it, really. I guess, see, I had my hotel. I still have my hotel. My plane was, for some reason, my plane was leaving like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So I kept my hotel. I didn't check out early like I normally do. And the young lady I was dealing with at the time, she went back to the province. So the taxi drivers, because the taxi drivers that hang out, this is in Cebu City, they hang out in front of the hotel. You come out every day, you get to know them. Philippines has this community, this sense of community. It's almost like people the first time you see them. Well, he will start talking about, he said, yeah, some beautiful ladies, this and that. And so he takes me way out somewhere to this place. And when I go in, man, these ladies, they all mean mugging me. I'm thinking, what's going on here? I thought they supposed to be happy and smiling. And, it looked like a human trafficking situation, man, because they wasn't happy. And they probably they were somewhere in between 4 and 5s. But now I'm way out there. It's late at night, about 12 midnight, and, so I got to make a choice. So I choose a 4.5. And man, it's the worst night of my life. And that's the first and only time I've ever done that. Because you don't have to do that over here. But yeah, it was terrible, man. Yusuf Amar Habib, good evening. TJ Johnson said, doing okay for the most part, trying to keep it on and popping. Yeah. Where you from, TJ? That's right, you from California. That's right, Roy Jones. He said, looks matter, I'm not blind. Because, just ask yourself, when you come over to the Philippines, what are you looking for? Looks, who she is. Because I got right here, which is more important, what you look like or who you are. See, for women all over the world, it's not a big of a deal breaker as it is for men. But it matters over here, guys. If you put a younger, it could be the same guy. He's more handsome, has more muscles. We have the same money. We have the same education, the same personality. They're taking the guy that's good looking, man. He gets more chances over here. Hey, TJ, thanks for the super chat. He said, might head out the same time as you. My job is saying they want me in New York, California in early December if the pH doesn't simmer down by November, COVID-wise. Yeah, we might be leaving out at the same time then because, man, they're talking about maybe 36,000 cases by the end of September, but they're saying that's when it's supposed to peak. But who knows over here because according to that same article, people aren't following the protocol, man. They're not staying at home. If I'm not playing tennis, which, you're social distancing in tennis, I'm at home. I've been self-quarantining for a while. Zorba Dundee said there is the yearly flu as well, but they're saying COVID's keeping us locked down. Lucky I have my vegetable garden to keep me active. Yeah, you need something. And that's why I came up with the Sunshine Shoulders beauty pageant. And also, today I was playing, because see, the guy that I hit with in the mornings, his name is Junior. He works at the tennis club. Me and him was talking. Sunshine Shoulders is going to sponsor a tennis tournament here in San Carlos the last week of September. Because tennis is big here. And it's going to give people something to do and give them some prize money, So if anybody wants to help with that, just let me know on here in my email, my messenger, because that's really what it's all about, man. This lockdowns and these pandemics and stuff, man, people are going crazy, I love the John said, that's great, Calvin, because I've got a 6-pack of beer. But it's not a deal breaker, guys. But yeah, it matters. It matters, if you think that a Filipina doesn't want something good and tasty to look at, she does. Somebody that she can feel proud, walking hand in hand, arm in arm with, it's true. But when you get down to the nitty gritty, it doesn't matter. It's called survival. And if you got money that you're going to take care of her and give her a new life, that's really what she's looking like. But some of these women are pretending, man. And then some of them is 3 things they're doing, depending on what you look like. Somebody who looks like me, I ain't tore up, but I'm not, some Casanova. So they're going to be nice with me. They're not going to tell me, Now, if you get ugly to me, then they're going to be pretending, And then the last one, if you just smugly, they're going to be actresses, and man, because they're great actresses. So there's 3 of them things. They're going to be nice to you. They're pretending or they're acting, because I see it and I know these women's acting, man. Hell, there's no way these beautiful women, some of these guys over here, their looks don't matter. Yeah, you're damn right, it does matter. Hey, Rag Jam Rock said looks don't matter if your bank account is good looking. Well, it matters, Rag Jam Rock, but it's not a deal breaker. If they could have a good looking man with muscles and a big bank account, that's what they want. But a lot of times that's not what's available. Hey, Brian Bonds, thanks for that super sticker. I'm just being honest with you guys. Look, and another thing that Filipinos are, and because I talk to my girlfriend all the time. If you want to know something, you're not going to really get a straight answer unless you keep on going. But, you just ask them, what do you want from me? Filipinos are really, they're concerned about whether you can protect them or not. That's why they like big guys and they like guys with muscles, believe it or not, because they want to know, they don't want you to fight, but they want to know you can fight if you have to. They don't want you to be violent, but they want to know, hey, can you keep the bad guys away from me if that ever happened? See, that's big over here, So, if you huffing and puffing and you 400 pounds and, she's acting, man. Hey, Niles Brown, thanks for joining us. Or Niels Brown. Let me know how to pronounce it. Frank Ellis said it has to matter a little. 50% looks, 50% personality. No one wants to be with an ugly man or woman. There has to be some kind of attraction. Yeah, but it's not a deal breaker because a lot of times the attraction over here is the visa, the new life, and the money, And we can't wrap our mind around it because unless you've ever really been hungry before. I ain't talking about the hungry where are you watching the game and your stomach growling and you walk 6 feet to your refrigerator. I'm not talking about that hungry. I'm talking about hungry and you don't have any money. you don't have anywhere to get any money or anything to eat. It's a lot of people over here, they call it absolute poverty, that go at least 24 hours without eating, man. Just try that and see if you can do it. You can't do it, man. It's hard to do, man. I promise you. Hey, what's going on, Hollywood, baby? My favorite farmer in Atlanta. He said, good morning, Calvin. The last video you just did, the girl at the end was beautiful. You truly are living in paradise. And I'm going to lie to myself. I'm definitely there for women. Yeah, she was a nice looking young lady, too. She probably was, I can't hardly tell. I'd say she was somewhere between, I'd say 19 to 22, something like that. But it's a lot of them in this subdivision. They live more back. I live on 1st Street right when you come in. So as you go on back there, I mean, it's some stunners here, but that's why a lot of times I walk around, I'm trying to catch one. I've caught them before, but my videos have been messed up. I had to do it over, so I never uploaded it. Hey, retired 2019, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, I'm doing my push-ups right now. That's funny, but I just thought I'd bring that up, because see, remember when I was telling you about the 5'3", 285-pound dishwasher from New Albany, Indiana, with no teeth and one eye? See, in his mind, he can come over here and get a Filipina, and he can. But she's going to be acting. But he could come over here because a lot of times, in the real world, you're usually going to get somebody that is in your same class of looks, really. So if he's 5'3", 280 pounds with no teeth and one eye, he's probably going to come over here and attract a 5'3", 280-pound Filipino with no teeth and glasses. You know what I'm saying? But because he's got that money, see, he may get the 5'2", 100-pound beauty queen. But she's going to act. She's going to be acting because she's not attracted to him physically. Okay? She's attracted to him financially. But yeah, it looks mad over here, guys. It does. Because she told me it does. She says that Filipinos with foreigners, they all the time, talking amongst each other, talking about each other, like, oh, did you see the foreigner she's got? Or a lot of times it's the foreigner they're talking about, like he must be desperate. Why would he come all the way over here for somebody like that? But they do that because, see, I did a video on this before. Filipinos are vain. Filipinos are vain people, man. They'll stay in the mirror all day long. They're really vain. Looks mad over here, guys. Don't fool yourself. It does. That's why it's good to have a good personal appearance, even if you don't look like Prince or somebody like that. Good to be clean and neat. That goes a long way. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for that super chat. He said, every Filipino woman, like all women, wants a good-looking man and security, financial security and physical security. Money does improve your looks. You're absolutely right. Looks matter, but it's not a deal breaker. But they're either being nice to you, like my girl's being to me. They're either pretending, or they're acting. They deserve an Oscar because a lot of us come over with that act. That's the reason we come here, because we know she's not looking at me for what I look like. That's what we think, but really she is. Because Filipinos have standards too, But like Mike just said, and anybody that knows ever been over here, your money makes you look a lot better than it does. Hey, Jerome Morgan, thanks for joining us, brother. He says hello and good day, brother Calvin. Thank you. Hey, Philip Cooper, good morning, man. I'm glad that you're on here. I would ask him, he came from L.A. I think he caught the same flight with Manny Pacquiao because your flight left at 12 midnight, Philippine Air, right? Phil Cooper said, morning to you, Calvin. Do looks matter? It sure did for me. I believe the woman does attract to someone they consider handsome. What we bring to the game helps us out, though. Absolutely. And see, you're married to a Filipino. How long have y'all been married, Philip? Over 10 years, I know. I mean, but, you know, we think that if we have money, we can come over and get any woman we want. And a lot of times, sometimes that's true. You may not get any woman you want, but you may be able to get the woman that you want. Richard Dickey Perkins says, feel like an outsider here. Maybe if I type in an American accent. What are you talking about? You got to realize there's 247 people over. This thing is ticking. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Go ahead and answer whatever you want to answer. Smoky Mountain Mala says, hopefully it'll stay on the west side of the mountains and miss you, Mike. Oh, you talking about the because I'm gonna tell you something. There's a new Filipino right now that we're dealing with. You just now coming over here now. It's not the same as when I came over in 2009. It's a different Filipina that we're dealing with, guys. Yeah, she wants a good life and everything like that, but you know, a lot of them are pretending, and a lot of them will, you know, they'll give you what you want because they're patient, and once they get what they want and get in a position where they really don't need you anymore, or get into that position that they want to be, they're going to strike out and look for something else, man. I'm just being honest with you. Hey, Mr. K says, I'm here early, Calvin. I know we will discuss the pageant. I did, Mr. K, and I mean, whenever you have voting, whenever it's just specifically based on voting, there's going to be some discrepancies. There's going to be some controversy, but it's the first one. I know for sure the next time I'm going to choose a panel, which I probably should have chose this time. Okay, maybe 5 women, 5 men, and we'll do it that way. You know, because I've got 10,000 votes I got to count. But I wasn't doing, you know, I don't care who wins. But obviously there's some people on her, and I'm not talking about the contestants and their supporters. I'm talking about some of my subscribers. There's a big ass bumblebee or something, who are really mad that their favorite didn't make the top 10. Well, I'm saying, hey, I'm sorry, man, you know. But if you're that worried about her, go ahead and send her the 10,000 pesos or whatever you think she deserves. Ty Cromwell says, but what happens when the nice-looking woman that's with you mainly for money, what is her reaction when she is next to men that are her type? How will her behavior be? Will she cheat? Well, I just addressed that. This new Filipina that we're dealing with now, she's acting. And, you know, that's why, you know, on that video I made, you know, I said, you know, the disadvantages of dealing with Filipinos, because you don't really know, man. I'm telling you, you can be with a Filipino for 10 years, man, and you don't know if she loves you or not. You do know why she's there, though, because you've given her a good life and everything like that. See? But a lot of them will vamp, Ty. They will leave. I've seen it over in America. Remember, I lived with my Filipino wife for 5 years over there in America. I was around Filipinos and those situations over there, man. They change. They're not the same. You know, I was going to do a video, but I couldn't do it because I know they put me out of the country. If Filipinos were rich, would we even be welcome over here? You know, it's just, it's just how it is, man. It's nothing earth-shattering, guys. You already know this already. If you coming over here dealing with these women, man, you know why they want you. Look, your looks don't matter. They matter, but they're not a deal breaker. She's not going to say, oh, I don't want you, because she know you got that visa. You know, remember 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. There's going to be a Filipino over here that wants you. But my question is, Does it looks matter to Filipinos? Yeah, it does. They want handsome men. They've got matinee idols over here. Coco Martin, Daniel Padilla, Gerald Anderson. You know, the list goes on over here, guys like that. What's the guy's name? I can't think of it. Hallow something. Yeah, they love good-looking men over here. And if they had the choice between a good-looking Filipino man with money and a future, and you, no matter how much money you got, they're taking a good-looking Filipino man over you. As long as he's got a future, he got money. All right? But that's nothing that I'm telling anybody. I mean, it's nothing that, it's nothing new, guys. Ty Cromwell said, well, you probably don't want to come over here then, Ty. He said, I never want a woman that has no physical attraction for me whatsoever. That's dangerous. Well, we're living in the real world, man. But you'll get to a point, you must be a younger guy, because you'll get to a point where I'm at 58, and I did a video on it. My girlfriend's with me for my money and a new life. I don't give a damn. As long as I'm happy, I'm getting what I want. Who cares why she's with me? I don't care. I'm responsible for my own happiness. That love story stuff, man, it's not even real, man. Because you're gonna get tired of somebody after a while. Anyway, a man is, because we go by what we see. Hey, Simply Actors, you could join us. Rowan Troutman says hello from your boy in Barbados. What's up, man? Now that's a nice place. How's COVID in Barbados? When I got on the USS John F. Kennedy, they were just coming back from Barbados. I missed that trip. I mean, they had just got back. They hadn't been back maybe a week. Yeah, Ty Cromwell, sometimes women will be with you for money but fantasize about others. I'm just being honest. Absolutely. But to think for some reason that Filipinos are from outer space, that they're not like all other women, see, we're fooling ourselves. Yeah, they want a nice looking man with a nice shape. All right. And things being equal, if they have two men, equal financial ability, personality, education, one is handsome and in good shape, one is a fat slob, they're going to take the handsome in good shape. Al Gomez says your internet keeps shutting down. Oh, well, hell, I mean, it doesn't seem like it over here, though. Maybe it's yours, because my thought continues to run. And normally, Al, and I'm not saying, maybe it is. Anybody else have any problems? When I have an internet interruption or my internet is slow, it'll show up on my screen. Hey, JH, thanks for that super chat. Said once again, happiness over love. Fact. Yeah. And that's where I am today. I'm 58, man. I'm not looking for love, and to be honest, it's not a fair exchange for real. With everything you're bringing to the table, it's not a fair exchange, because a lot of guys say, well, as long as you're happy and she's happy, it's a fair exchange, there's no robbery, but it's not a fair exchange. Yeah, if you stay over here, but once you involve that visa, that fair exchange goes out the window. Because now, you can't put a price on that visa. There's no monetary value on that. It could mean nothing to some people, because some people squander the visa, and it could mean just a whole lifetime of opportunities for everybody else. But the minute you include that visa, no, it's not even. It's not a fair exchange. But if you come over here and, you just have a live-in, and, you're taking good care of her, she's taking care of you, that's about as fair of exchange as it's going to be. Hey, Papa Kiko, good morning, brother. Kamal Fadi says money is number one. Yeah, it's not a deal breaker. Yeah, Ty Cromwell says all women want to be protected. Yeah, that's true. And Filipinos, but see, we never think about that time we come over here. We never think about that. All we're thinking about is, oh, she's, she wants my money. But no, they want to know, can you protect them? If they're going to be with you. Now, what can happen is this. And this is what usually happens with a lot of American men. Because, see, we always talking about, well, because you can change a Filipino before she ever gets to your home country. I want you to know that now. The minute she starts dealing with a foreigner, she's going to change, all right? To what extent, we don't know. It just depends on who she is. But she's going to change because you're going to take her totally out of her culture. You're going to start doing things. Now, if you give her something she's never had, then she's going to throw the looks out the window, if you know what I mean. See, a lot of men over here, Filipino men, it's wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. When you start getting freaky with these Filipinos and making them have orgasms over and over and every day, yeah, then see, looks go out the window real quick. And then you can back that up with some finances. Yeah, see, and that's what usually happens. We eventually, they turn us out and then we turn them out too, Kay Earl says she can get a guapo Filipino man there, but usually one that is not faithful or has money or both. Well, I'm not going to touch that. Because then that would be generalizing. But I will say, like I said earlier, Kay Earls, if she has a Filipino man over here who's handsome, young, around her age, handsome, has money in the future, because there's many over here, guys. Don't fool yourself and think everybody over here is poor. They've got guys, look at the engineer that's doing my house. He's 43 now. He's married now, but I'm saying, I'm sure if he wanted to, he could, but he has a beautiful wife, so why would he do that? But I'm just saying, don't think that if he didn't want to have something, a side piece, he couldn't, because he could. Brian Bond said that's funny. They want to know if you can fight and protect them, but that's true. Yeah, it's true. Brian Bonds, I promise you that is true. They don't want you to fight, but they want to make sure that if it ever comes to it, you can put your dukes up. Sam Champion said, Calvin, my wife tells me all the time she was attracted to what she calls my kissable lips. That was the first time I had ever heard that. Caught me totally by surprise. Yeah, as long as it's a physical attraction, Sam, that's a fact. Hey, thanks, Walt Mosher, for that super chat. He says, hey, Sunshine Shoulders, man, you're dropping gold nuggets for this fellow 57-year-old Latino man planning on visiting, moving there in the near future. I needed this level of wisdom. Hey, man, thank you so much, brother. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, you might. I just turned 58. I'm an old man now. I'm almost at that 60, but I just share my boots on the ground experiences. Nothing I share is earth-shattering. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not an expert on the Philippines. I just tell you what I'm seeing right in front of me, and some people don't like it. They want to stay in that dreamland, Walt, and, I kind of shatter that. Hey, Daryl Strong said, good morning, Calvin. I'm back. Thank you, brother. Benny from the Bronx. Yeah, Ty, it's a great question, and that's why I'm going to talk about it. But how would you ever know? Now, this is a good question, he says. He says, I'm in the minority. I seek those that have a physical attraction for me. I know most guys don't care. how would you know that she has a physical attraction to you? That's the only problem with that one. Hey, Lynn, San Diego 102. Let me ask you, Lynn, be honest now. Do looks matter to you? Don't come with that, oh, as long as he has a great personality. That's not true. When you go out to the nightclubs, guys, and to these bars, these nice-looking men are the ones getting all the attraction, all the attention. Now, later on, if she finds out he's a scumbag and all of that, maybe that'll change, but it's looks right away. I was in the Navy, man. I'm telling you this for a fact. I was with he was a brother. He was a half brother. I guess he might have been half black, half white. I don't know. No. His last name was Rodriguez, so he was half Latino, half black. And this guy was a knockout. And I'm just telling you, me and him were best friends. We worked out together. We did everything. But he had the kind of looks that would stop men and women in their tracks, man. I'm telling you, if he came over here, he's 58, he probably still looks the same way, you know. But everywhere we go in the service, man, I mean, women will be draped all over him. But he couldn't spell his own name. It didn't matter. But his looks mattered, man. And he was from Rhode Island. First black dude I ever met from Rhode Island. But yeah, looks matter, man. Roy Jones says, I ain't no bodyguard or bodybuilder. You know. King David said, how did you find those ladies to do your beauty contest? I just put it on my Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page. See, I've got a Sunshine Shoulders Facebook page that's connected to my YouTube page, King David. And I just put it out there. And, you know, they sent the video and I put it up. Nobody was excluded. Anybody sent the video, we put it on there. But yeah, it's been a lot of people angry that they didn't make the top 10, man. You know, I really don't care who wins. You know, we're trying to give some people over here, number one, some hope. Imagine those people in the top 10. They wake up every morning, they look at that list and where am I on the list? You know, they got some hope, man. I promise you. Even though you know, it's just a little bitty Sunshine Shoulders beauty pageant. Before that, they didn't have nothing. You know, because this pandemic and lockdown over here is kicking butt over here. I don't know what it's doing in your country, but over here it's kicking butt. And somebody's going to win 10,000 pesos. You know, and that's what we're trying to do, have some fun, help people at the same time. But people are angry, man. All your rules are messed up. I only had 2 rules, man, but next time I'll do it a little different. Hey, B. Gunn said New Albany, sunny side of the Ville. Yeah, I wasn't picking on you, B. Gunn, when I talked about the 5'3", 280-pound guy who comes over here, no teeth and one eye. But that's basically all of us. Most of us fit into that category. And we come to the Philippines because we don't think that looks matter over here. But they do matter. Are they a deal breaker? No. You know, it's not a deal breaker, but they matter. Mad Mike's comic says, I like a woman who wears glasses. What's up, Yardie Cole? Lynn San Diego 102. Answer my question. Do looks matter? Be honest now. Do you want an attractive man? Or do you want a smugly guy with a great personality? Don't lie. Lynn San Diego says, I agree with the always looking in the mirror thing with P-Nice. Yeah, it's true. They take 10 minutes to paint. What's this? This the eyebrow, right? Yeah. They take 10 minutes to paint eyebrows on because, you know, Filipinos, they don't have eyebrows. They don't have a whole lot of facial hair, really. And they'll take 10 minutes. And they've got this some type of needling thing going on over here. I told my girlfriend, if she does it, I'm leaving. Because her sister had it done. And it makes it look like a tattoo up here. It's real ugly. Wonders of Life said, a woman in a mirror all day has no time to spend your money. Oh, yeah. Yes, she does. Yeah, Frank Tate. He says Filipinos want a man that they can be proud of, but they still look at your lifestyle. All women want a good life. Yeah. But see, you're right. All women want a good life. And the Filipina is no different. See, we think that all looks don't matter. Filipinos over. All I got to do is have a nice paycheck. Well, you can go anywhere for that. I think you could get a good woman anywhere for that. But looks matter over here, man. And the better looking you are, that just makes your bank account look even better. And then especially if you can, you can open that Pandora's box and never shut it back. See, that makes you look better too. I promise you that. J.H. says, I got my whitening cream, K-pop skinny jeans, and Justin Bieber style and gel ready. Yeah, but you better have your bank account too over here. Yeah, that's right. Let's see, Lynn's being honest now. She said, I've dated ugly, chubby, and broke, but only one time. Yeah. Ty Cromwell said, Cal, these guys shouldn't focus on money. Well, don't come over here then, Ty. Don't come over here trying to get something for nothing over here. We're in the Philippines, guys. You're not in Las Vegas. You're not in LA and all them places. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, I just want a woman I enjoy spending time with, can cook, good in bed, and good to look at. If she is unhappy, she can go. I would ask, who is next? And you're going to have a greater selection because of your money over here. Will you be able to have any woman over here? No, but you're probably going to be able to have the woman that you want over here. And see, people talk about preferences. They talk about this. They talk about that. It's 55 million women over here. I would say after you take out the ones that are not old enough, who are married and this and that, you're probably left with about 15 to 20 million single women over here. All I need is one to like me. That's it. So, but Ty, if you think you're going to come over here, and you better focus on money over here, because that's what they want. That's the reason why you're welcome over here. You can't get something for nothing. Not in the Philippines. JH, thanks for that super chat. He said, the better you, the less money you need in the bank. Well, it's not really a money contest over here. If you got enough money where you can give her, where you can raise the standard of her living, give her a better life, sign that visa, you're going to be fine. She doesn't want a millionaire. 1,000 is enough. But you got to, that's what they want you to bring to the table. She's bringing her looks, her youth, her sexuality. That's what she's bringing to the table. But we're bringing our financial security to the table. I don't care if you're Justin Bieber lookalike. If you're a foreigner, you better have some money on top of that. Okay? Yes, she's going to be happy that you look like Justin Bieber or one of them guys. But you better have some money too, and you better be willing to give her a better life and visa. Yusuf Amar Habib. Okay, I'm gonna address this question. He says, if a Filipino isn't attracted to you physically, then I'm not sure how they can jump in bed with you and make you feel loved. Remember, I told you they're great actresses. Okay. They're doing one of three things. It all depends on what you look like. Is she being nice? Is she pretending? Is she acting? Okay. That's the three things that she's, depending on what you look like. They're doing one of them in there, and they're great actresses, and you would think she loves you, man, till you get her over there and she runs off. We had a guy in a Facebook group. It was Brothers with Filipinas. This is a fake for anybody who's thinking, oh, I'm black. Can I get a woman over here? Well, it's a whole Facebook group full of, I mean, there's maybe 10 groups like that on Facebook, 10 different groups, black men and Filipinas. And of course, he comes over here, he does the 2-week thing, falls in love, and, marries the girl. The minute she gets back, she leaves. She's not even with him a week. And so, she put the Filipino tune-up on him, Yusuf, in order for him to run back and sign that visa and start that, bringing her in the process. So, yeah, they can do it. Mike Smith said most women only care about looks or money or both, if they could have it. Wendell Cagnetti says, how long does it take for a COVID shot in the Philippines? I get my second dose Wednesday. Tomorrow, I'm happy. But right now, they're at the point now where it's the general population in most areas, especially up in Luzon, because they're trying to they almost got like 50% of NCR area inoculated up there in Manila. But at first, yeah, it was really, really slow. But now things have picked up a whole lot better. Mike Smith says, are going to get them single mothers. I don't understand, Mike. What are you saying? Yeah, Doug Carr said, let's get the thumbs up. But see, I'm glad you even brought up single mothers, Mike, because a lot of guys, they'll tell you at first, oh, I'm not going to date a single mother over there. Because, I've talked about this so many times. Don't pass up a woman over here because she got 1 or 2 children. You're going to be making a mistake. But, everybody has their own preferences, man. Some guys just don't want one. But the minute Mona joined my contest, a lot of guys threw that out the window. Well, there's literally hundreds of thousands of Monas over here that are beautiful like that, look good, they're attractive, they're very intelligent, but they fell in love early, or maybe had a child, or maybe trusted the wrong person earlier, but I wouldn't hold it against them, especially if you coming over here, you already got 3 or 4 baby mamas, 4 or 5 children, and then you're going to throw that double standard out there. See, oh, wow. Congratulations, Simply. She said, today I have 5 years in Miami, Florida. Now, see, Simply's husband is young, see. She got her young man. And that makes a difference, Simply. Be honest with us. Help us, Simply. Buzz Trans 9 says, acting or not, she still loves the Big D. Yeah. And see, you can change all of that over time, with your personality. See, because I'm trying to get my thoughts together, but I'll probably just talk about this on one of my live streams. Everybody wants to tell you how to meet a Filipino, but nobody wants to tell you how to keep a Filipino, because we take it for granted. All we got to do is come over here and have money and all. That's not enough, man. But any channel you go on, they tell you how to meet a Filipino, where to meet a Filipino, but they don't tell you how to keep one. And one of them is, if you be good in bed, they like that, man. Don't let this conservative outside appearance of Filipinos fool you. They love, to get freaky too. They want an orgasm, every day if you can give it to them, and this isn't coming from me, one of the big problems over here, I guess women worldwide, really, I guess, is this. They not getting off. And I know a fact over here. Now, my wife was my girlfriend's 36 when I met her. She said she had 2 orgasms until she met me. Now she gets one every night, anytime she wants it. And that makes a big difference. So I don't have to look like Elvis Presley. And I don't have to have the money of Mike Tyson. You know, if you can ring that bell, if you can push that button, that goes a long way, guys. Uh, Alpina R says, Uncle Cal, my wife's hollering to me about moving to the Philippines at least once a month. Yeah. A lot of people like me, they like the Philippines. You're either going to love it or hate it here, um, to be honest with you. And I just happen to love it. Brant Bond says, I'm a black man who's lived in a few Asian countries before I got there. And when I arrived, I was told that Asian women didn't date blacks, but I found that to be untrue from my experience. Yeah, it's very untrue. But remember, Brant, everybody has their preferences. I don't knock. If Filipinos over here, it doesn't discourage me when I hear people say, some Filipinos only want white men or they only want this and that. That's fine. We all have our preferences. Remember, all I need is one, the right one to like me, and I'm fine. But yeah, I did a video on it. It's called, if you want to go look at it, it's a pretty good one too. It's called Filipinos Prefer White Men. And what I'm doing is I'm addressing that old tired story, but at the same time, I'm talking about preferences. People have their preferences. Retired 2019 says, Calvin, the average American guy is overweight. Yeah. But it's not a deal breaker over here, retired 2019. Now you're going to have some personality. You're going to have something more than money to keep her. Is she going to give you a chance because she knows you can give her a good life and maybe a visa and all that? Yeah, but is she going to stick around because of that? No, it's some things you got to do. One thing is, embrace her family, man. I don't care. You don't have to give them money, but at least embrace them. And, because you're going to look so much better in her eyes. But if you're looking down on people over here, I don't want to go up in that province, and I don't want to go, I ain't, it's a dirt floor. I don't want to take off my, Florsheim shoes and all that. And if we go up there, I'm going to sweat. They don't have air conditioning and all that. No, eventually, man, that's going to go downhill. Yeah, JH says NTZ should be honorary panel members. I'm going to do it like that, JH. But yeah, you got to embrace her family. That's a way to keep the Filipino around, especially if you honor her mother and father. I don't really so much about the sisters and brothers. But if you honor her mother and father, your days with your Filipinos going to be long. I promise you that. But the minute you start looking your nose down at people over here, see, that's why when I always talk about act like a regular Filipino, what are you talking about? It just means don't act like you better than them over here, man. Just because your lifestyle is, you may have a better lifestyle, doesn't mean they're inferior than you. And they can they can read that, man. See, they don't have a lot of distractions over here that we do. Man, they're a good judge of character, man. Jack Conrad says, preach, Calvin. It's dangerous to get with a woman that's only with you based on money. When she gets right, she is gone. Pick one that's attracted to you. And that's going to be up to you, Ty, to, because she's going to give you the chance, but now it's up to you to keep her, That's, it's up to you, and there's some things you can do to keep the Filipino, number one, respect her. We come over here, a lot of us do, not all, but a lot of us do. And we treat them like servants. We treat them like maids, man. I've seen it with my own eyes, man. It's cringy. You know, and those are the type that the minute they get right, like Ty's talking about, they gone. They're like, you know, hell, I can get this with a Filipino man. James Lyon said, listen, guys, sending your favorite woman 10,000 pesos is admirable. Yeah, I mean, you know, it only for this one time, James, because it's a contest and they won't, you know, they think that my system is unfair to so many women. Well, you know, go ahead and send the woman that you think should have won the contest. Send her the 10,000. You know, but and you know, let it be that. But this is our first time having a contest, and I'm learning from it. Because yeah, I tell you, after my live stream, I got to go on there and start counting these votes again. I've got 10,000 votes right now. I got to count. So you know, that's a mistake I made. I'm gonna make it a lot simpler this time. Simply Acker said, at Bryant, that is what media is selling. If I was listening to what people said, I won't be with my amazing husband. Do your thing, my friend, and find your love. See, Simply Acker, she's married to a brother, you know, and it just shoots all that stuff down, guys. You know, looks matter, but, you know, if looks is one, personality is 1A over here. They want to know your character. It goes a long way too, guys. You know. And Marlo North said, Bryant Bonds, Filipinos are black, as acknowledged by many. Look it up, sir. But they definitely got African in them. But yeah, JH, he's right. He says, hell, everybody participating is getting something. Nobody should be mad. The contestants aren't mad, Jay, really. It's not, there's some of them are mad, but not as mad. Man, I got this one guy, man. If I could show y'all his messages, I would. I'm like, dude, you know, you going way overboard, man. It's not that serious. Hey, Benny from the Bronx said, I think you broke your record. It's 312 people aboard. Man, I appreciate it. However many, man, because I tell you, it's a whole lot better than being on here talking to yourself. Simply says, Cal, there's no best place to meet a Filipino. Don't buy love, guys. Be you. Keep your game up. Be respectful to your woman. Do your job as the king of the house in bed. Wow. Integrity, family values. Yeah, all that will keep the Filipino with you, simply. But, and I'm glad you put that out there. You know, that's how you keep them. Your money is what's going to attract her. The fact that you can give her a new life is initially going to get, that's the trap that we set. She sets the trap with her looks, her sexuality, her youth. Okay. TJ Johnson says, I'm sure the pretty contestants aren't mad. These girls that make it onto their Facebook page are going to get a lot of thirst dollars from folks that are outside the country right now. Absolutely. And that's a 100% fact. They've gotten more than 10,000 already, TJ. I guarantee it. But everybody's a winner here, you know, with this contest, guys. I promise you. James Land says, everybody hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Y'all know it helps me. But the reason I made the title, Do Looks Matter, is because we seem to think as foreigners that it doesn't matter, no matter what I look like. I can be 5'3", 280 pound dishwasher from New Albany, Indiana, with no teeth and one eye, and I can come over here and get a beautiful Filipino. You know, yeah, you might get her initially, but you may not be able to keep her because she wants somebody to look, you know, that looks good. She wants somebody to. I mean, what makes you think she doesn't want that? You want it. You want to look over there and see, this beautiful woman. Why not give her something to be attracted to besides money? Rodney Dasher, this is a great idea. Now, I don't know how I would do this, though, but he said, I would love to see you do a show on the couples who are still together, are breaking up due to the virus and lockdown in the Philippines, all over the world. Well, a real relationship, they're not breaking up. I can promise you that. They're waiting their time. Now, these online relationships, yes, a lot of them breaking up because, you get frustrated the minute that you tell them no, it's not really a relationship. It's hard to, those online dating sites, guys, are used to break the ice, okay? But it's hard for you to develop a real relationship online. I don't care who you are. You can't do that. Carmen Greenwood, now this is a woman who I 100% respect. She said, yes, looks matter. Of course they matter. Thank you, Carmen. She's over in Puerto Morales, Mexico right now. And she walks the walk. She said, the minute I can leave America, I'm leaving. When the COVID first hit, I got to get out of here. She was coming to the Philippines, but it shut down. Now she's over in Mexico, having the time of her life, by the way. And thank you, Carmen. She's basically taken Gail and adopted Gail as her daughter, and, this type of people I like to be around, but yeah, guys, looks matter. Now, once you get her over here, you're going to have to keep her. Your looks are not going to keep her. Your looks are going to attract her. Your money's going to attract her. Your personality may attract her. But how you going to keep her? See, that's what we need to talk about now, because that's why a lot of men have broken hearts, man. I'm talking to a guy. He's become a friend of mine. He lives in Seattle, Washington, man. He's brokenhearted, man. The Filipino left him, dating another man in his hometown. This is, man, he may be on the verge of doing something crazy. I told him don't do it. But that's what happens, guys. You think these women just want you for your money a lot of times and, for the good life. Yeah, they want to piggyback off of you, a lot of them, not all of them, but enough of them we need to talk about. They're either being nice, they're either pretending, or they're acting, man. One of the three, okay? And you get them over there to where and get them to a position where they want to be, then you're going to know what you got. Until you get her up there to where she's in a position where she doesn't need you, she's in a whole lot, you turned her life around 180, you're not going to know what you got anyway. As long as she's struggling over here and, and you sending money back and forth and she's depending on you 100%, you will never know if a Filipino loves you or not. It's only when you transform her life, give her that new life, then you're going to see if she loves you and if she's going to stick around. And then, that's the bottom line. Lawman 3966 says, isn't the general rule to not bring your Filipino to the U.S.? Yes, that's the general rule. But, Lawman, some of us, like me, when I brought my wife over, I wasn't in a position to come here and retire. If I was, it would be a totally different story. Because what y'all don't understand, you can't miss what you never had, guys. People say, oh, well, why don't you give her a better opportunity over in America? You can give her a better life and better opportunity over here. You don't have to take her over there. But at the same time, Lawman, I just said it. the minute a Filipina, you don't have to take her to America for her to change, or to France, or to Britain. The minute she starts dealing with an American or a British guy or a French guy, she's going to change. Okay, you're going to take her out of her culture and bring her into yours, whether it's over here or in America. See, because she's going to follow you. She's going to, start doing the things that you like to do. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, my exes was poor and asked her for money from every island in the Philippines. I couldn't deal with it. Family she didn't know. It caused us, many problems. Okay. So what are you saying? My exes, her family was poor and asked her for money from every island in the Philippines. Yeah. But you can cut that off real quick, Mike. And you were one of the ones that guys got unlucky because I've been with 3 Filipinos over here and 3 families, and none of them's ever asked me for coin. Frank Ellis said, don't bring them back. Don't do it. Yeah. You're not going to like it. It's not, you're not going to like it because after a while, she's going to be a Filipino American, and I'm telling you, man, I'm dealing with my, if you don't think they changed, man, I'm dealing with my soon-to-be ex-wife now. It's a headache. She's nothing like the woman she was when I met her. Nothing like it because she's over there. Not only is she talking to the support group, she's talking to my daughters, of all people. And they're putting stuff in her head. Oh, you don't have to put up with that. Don't do this. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying, guys? AC King says, the impression said it best. The same thing it took to get your baby hooked, it's going to take the same thing to keep her. Remember, they're always looking for a better deal. Yeah. And the Filipinos no different. And you only going to know, guys, what you got once she gets to that point where she don't need you anymore. Where you did the 180 on her life. Because when you first bring her over, she's still needing you for the first couple of years. Because guys, my wife is that. You don't know who you got until you change her life. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like, how much money you got. Because when she gets to that point where now, hey, do I really want to sit around and look at this guy all day when I don't have to? Or has she really fallen in love with you? Have you done enough to keep her, like AC King said? If not, she's gone, man, because she's no different than nobody else. Rodney Dasher says a man going to look at a woman's face, and if their body's banging, he's going for it. He or she. Yeah, looks matter, man. Jerome Morgan said, you are so right. I'm going through that right now. Filipinos will change once they have what they need. Facts. Yeah. And that's the only time you're going to know what you got. Do I got a good Filipino or not? Because you're never really going to know. It's hard to know. As long as she's up under your thumb, you'll never know. As long as you sending her money over here and everything like that, leading up to the visa and all that, even when she comes over there, first couple of years, but once she reaches that point where, hey, I can get the credit card and I get the car, the apartment on my own. I got friends, got these young guys at work telling me every day how good looking I am. Rudy Magalanus says, yeah, I know, man left me the same way. It's nothing to be ashamed about, guys. It's a risk you take. And that's what the video I made said, stop, don't bring your Filipino home. It wasn't discouraging guys from bringing it over. I was talking about the risk you run by bringing her there. And it's a lot of them. And you don't have to agree, because somebody shared it on this Facebook group. And one guy says, oh, it's not my story. And then one guy says, hey, it's enough men's story, man, that you can't say that what he's talking about isn't true. And thank you, brother Rudy, for coming on here sharing your experience, man, because it's going to help somebody. You know, Ed from Queen says all the poor women are alike. And a lot of times it is, their motives are the same. Steele says do not marry. Now you remember, this earth-shattering video that came out a couple of days ago about cohabitation and new marriage laws and over here. And guys, it's a game changer and blah, blah, blah. It's going to take. Listen, it's three things you want. If you want to protect your money over here, it's real easy to do, guys. Number one, stay single. Don't get married. That's number one. Okay. Number two, don't buy property and open up businesses and all that stuff. And number three, don't have kids, don't have children. If you worried about that, see, I'm not worried about that because I've done all three, really. So, but if you're worried about your money and losing it and all that, because most Filipinos that you meet, now this is generalizing, I'm generalizing, have never stepped foot in a courtroom before, and they never will. That's not how they handle things over here. The masses. You don't have to worry about no Filipino getting a lawyer going to court for you, unless she's got some family member in her ear telling her to do that. You don't have to worry about them. They don't handle it like that over here. They've never even stepped foot in a courtroom before, period. So yeah, all that information is fine to have, man, but I give you boots on the ground information. I give you information you can use the minute you get over here. You don't have to worry about that stuff like that, man. If you stay single, don't buy no property over here. Don't open up no big, gigantic businesses, resorts, and all that. And don't have no children. Okay, now what? She don't have a leg to stand on if that's what you worried about. But respect her, take good care of her, and you won't have that to worry about. Buffalo Dan says, I set my Filipina down and broke the numbers down to her with my 401 and my house sale and explained the life we will live in the Philippines will be worry-free. I got 2 more years left to work. And see, that's a great idea to do. Sit them down immediately, guys, because their thinking is way out there on the kind of money you got. They think you really have more money than you have. And the sooner you bring her down to earth and say, look, we can go in America and I'm going to put your ass to work, okay, and put you in the rat race and on that hamster wheel, or we can come over here in the Philippines and live a good life, worry-free. The choice is yours. Okay, if you want to go to visit, hell, you can take your woman to Boracay and you're going to show her something different. How many women have never been to Boracay? I took my girlfriend to Siquijor Island. She'd never been there. That's only 5 hours from here. See? So you don't even have to take her out of the country to show her a new way to live, to give her a new life. Most of them only been to Cebu and Manila. That's it. Because those are the metropolis where you get jobs and blah, blah, blah. They've never been to these big swanky resorts and Apo Island and, places like that. Panglao Bahal and Boracay and Lakawan Island. They've never been. So all you got to do is take her, someplace like that once a month. You can you can show her the Philippines that she don't even know exists. See? You don't have to take her all the way over there because you're going to regret it, man. I see it, man. I see it all the time. Ty said, you're right. You'll never know 100% if she cares for you until she no longer needs you. And see, it's a difference when you dating someone in your home country. She don't need you. She's with you for whatever reason she's with you. Now, whether it works out or not, that's fine. But when you come over here, You got an idea why she's with you, okay? And then now you guessing. Does she really like me? Does she not? Then you'll get to a point where I am like, well, I don't care if you love me or not. I'm happy. And if you leave, then guess what? I'm gonna replace you. Because I'm not gonna be by myself. So that's where I am, guys. But everybody's not there yet. Some people are really looking for love. Well, you got to be patient if you're looking for love over here. Hey, Monroe Smith. He says, hello, Calvin, Sunshine from Greensboro, North Carolina. Man, I hope you're safe over there, brother. Brian Bond said, buying a woman with money and looks, not going to be able to do it. She has to bring more to the table than sex. And then they do really, But initially, that's the unspoken agreement, and that's Travel Mike's words, not man. It was a great analogy. I called it pay for play. He called it the unspoken agreement. That's just the unspoken agreement, Brian. If you're going to date in the Philippines, that's what she's bringing initially, and you're bringing a better life. Now, once y'all together for a while and you start getting to know each other, and hey, oh yeah, she's a great cook, and oh, she's smart, and because this Laura in here is about as intelligent of a woman I've ever dealt with here or at home. She's well connected. She's got a legitimate college degree. She's a bookkeeper. People respect over here. And I'm living in her hometown. So if it was anything she was hiding, I would know by now. But initially when I met her, it's the unspoken agreement. You're going to give me that, and I'm going to take care of you. But it's a little deeper than that now. Thanks, Travel Mike, for the super chat. He said, when a Filipina gets a visa, she gets bored, gets a car, gets a job, gets her own money. She don't need you no more. I would never bring her to your country. Because I'm going to tell you, man, some of these women, they're so beautiful and they're so good looking. And then our problem is this. We don't take enough time with them for them to get attached to us, to get attracted to us for other than our money. The minute we come over here, listen, a guy that I did that video on, I Married a Filipino Scammer, he came over here for 3 days, guys. Don't do that. She rocked his world for 3 days. He went back, started the process, and just so happened that her jealous best friend told the Japanese guy, who she was also engaged to, that she was engaged to an American. And the Japanese man contacted the American man and the game was up. We bring those women over there. We don't know what their motive is. We don't know what their intentions are. We don't even know them. We just know that, if I bring her over here, I'm having sex every night or whatever it is. Or I can walk down on the corner and show the guys this beautiful woman, not realizing, you don't know who you got on your arm. And the minute you at work one day, like that guy down there in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm not picking on him, but he's the classic story. He went to work, came back home, she was gone. Now he's trying to get the Homeland Security. They're not going to do it, guys. The minute you make it over there on a visa, now the United States is going to protect you. The friend I told you in Seattle, Washington, he's trying to do the same thing, guys. It's not going to work. The only way they get her deported, she commits a crime, something like that. But just you going up there wearing those people, it's a false wedding, it's a false relationship. No, they don't believe it because you've already convinced them that it's a legitimate relationship. That's why they gave you the visa in the first place. If you take your time and get to know these women, you're going to find out, man, some unbelievable women over here. But I don't feel sorry for you. You don't know who you're taking home. You come over here for 2 weeks. Some of us are just fortunate, man. That's all I can tell you. Doug Carr says, my Filipina doesn't want to come to the U.S., and when I retire, neither do I. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Doug. That's a great thing to have. But guess what? My wife that's over there in America right now, soon to be ex-wife, that's what she sold me on. Listen, guys, I'm telling you the honest truth. I had 2 women at one time. I had 2 families. I would take 2 months with one and go spend 2 months. That's just who I was 10 years ago. I'm no longer that way. But when I first came over here, I had money, man. And I was like, I'm going to live the way I want to live. You don't like it, I'm sorry. Take it or leave it. And they took it. Okay. So I had a choice. Which one do I want? Because I got tired of going back and forth. I chose this one because she says, oh, I don't want to go to America. While the one over here, every day, what's your plan for me? What's your plan for me? When are we going to do the paperwork? Blah, 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 blah. My head started hurting. So I chose this one who said, oh, I don't want to go to America. We can build a life over here. Wrong. The minute our son was born, she wants to come to America. And because I wanted, I was not financially able to come over here and stay. I fell for it. And we was together 4 years before, 2010, when we met. We got married 2014. So we were together 4 years before we got married. Then we was together 4 more years. Good years, guys. But while we're having this good time, she's changing. I'm not even seeing it really. I can't see the forest for the trees. So when the 4-year plan is taking fruition, and it's time for us to move over here, she's already got second thoughts, but she's not telling me. Shit, she was over here 6 months and bam. I wasn't going back in 6 months. I gave up everything. I called all my clients, and in the insurance business, that's a no-no. When you call them and you tell them, I'm done, I'm out of the business. Now that, I gave up everything. Everything of value I gave to my kids, my house, gave everything up to come over. 6 months later, she's ready to go back home. Nope. Lynn San Diego 1-2 said, Calvin, she got you good. She knew how to read you and you fell for her line. I fell for that line. But in all honesty, Lynn, she's a good woman. But you can't miss what you never had. If I could do it all over again, I never would have brought her to America. I just gave her a new life over here. Believe it or not. And she's not a user. It's just that once she got over there to the promised land, nothing's going to get her to come back. Our son is over here. I'm just telling you guys, it's just something that, and she's got a good job. See, she's got a good, remember I tell you that, when her situation improves, you're going to have less and less control, until one day you're not going to have no control. It's like, well, I thought we were supposed to come over here and start a new life. Well, this is her words to me. All that hard work that we did to get this visa, I'm not going to let it go to waste. All the hard work that we did. No, you mean that I did. You ain't did shit. Paul Smith said, do looks matter in the Philippines? Don't looks matter worldwide? Yeah. But see, over here, Paul, we think that looks don't matter. We think all we got to do is have a pension and, a little few dollars in the bank. It's true. Initially, to attract them, but it's going to take a little bit more to keep them. See? Travel Mike said they will suck the chrome off of a trailer hitch to step 1 foot in the USA. Once they get the visas over, I don't trust any of them. I'm not gonna label them all like that. I'm gonna say this, like I said, you don't know what you got until she gets in a position where she don't need you anymore. Because the biggest mistake we make is we fall in love with these women and we don't know them. They're cute as a button, man. We've never seen them or something like this before. You don't have access to that in your country. You 45, 50 years old, 60 years old, unless you some type of rock star, with the Rolling Stones or somebody like that. You're not going to have no 25-year-old woman, long flowing hair, perfect body, perfect skin, chasing you. So we come over here, we fall in love, and we don't even know them. If we take time to get to know them, you're going to throw them back, some of them back, no matter what they look like. My son's mother, man, I promise you, man, she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. That, beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. Okay? Breaking hearts in America right now. But guess what? Man, after we was together 2 years, man, I threw her back, man. I'm like, nah, you're too crazy for me. We can't get along, And just like Lynn San Diego says, I admire couples who truly get along. We didn't get along. Was she nice looking? Would she suck the chrome off of a trailer hitch? Absolutely. But we didn't get along. So I threw her back. And imagine if I would have brought her to America, the problems we would eventually have. And that's what we do. We don't take our time, guys. If you do, it's some outstanding women over here, man. And some of you guys are married to them. Some of you guys have them in your country right now, and they don't give you any problems. They're with you through the thick and thin. They don't care if you go broke tomorrow. She's going to, pick up the slack. But a lot of us, we're not that lucky. We come over here, we fall in love with the first pretty face, and we're done. She's got us now because she don't love you. And it's easy to walk away if you don't love somebody, man. If you ain't got no feelings for somebody, Mark Richards said, I feel like Mick Jagger with mine. Yeah, Roy Jones said, can't we just get along? Benny from the Bronx said, love will make you broke. Yeah, I don't need love today. I'm too old to be talking about love. What love? I love my grandkids. I love my children. Hell, if we had a dog, I'd love my dog. Love is just too broad of a term, man, But I'm too old for love right now, guys. I'm talking about being happy, and I'm going to be responsible for my own happiness. And if you don't like it, then I'm sorry. But I'm going to be happy with you or without you. Either you're gonna be with me and we be happy. You can join in my happiness, or I'm gonna throw you back in. I'm gonna get somebody else. Because you see those next pets over in America, they've got Filipinas now, but see, they're gonna stay with their Filipina because the Filipina's already where she needs to be when he met her. See, that's why I don't like next pets. All the work that you do, and then he enjoys the fruits of your labor. See, and I'm not hating on nobody. I'm just saying I don't like them. I don't like them, man, because, they would never come over here to the Philippines, make that arduous 18-hour trip. They're never going to bring souvenirs to the family. They're never going to do any of that. They're never going to sign the visa papers. They're not going to do any of that. They're going to wait till you do it. Do all of that. Then when your relationship goes down, they love Filipinas. They don't want nobody but a Filipina. They don't even have a passport. See? And then here they are. They got the woman of their dreams, of your dreams, rather. Harold Teal says, it would be hard for a woman to get a visa from me. I'm retired Army, country first. Yeah, and see, the harder we make it, the better off it's going to be. But see, is his name Harold or Howard? I'm sorry. Harold. We make it too easy. Go back and look on my video, man. We give these visas away for a penny. Don't you know people are dying around the world, U.S. military and others, just for the sake of these damn visas, and we over here giving them away for a penny. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves, man, but we don't care because we don't know any better. You should make it hard. She should have to wait for that damn visa. And I'll go on record with anybody, argue with anybody about that. Yeah, we giving away for a penny. People, literally dying, trying to get over to America, walking thousand miles, putting their life on the line, trying to jump over the border and all of this, dying, getting in the back of these tractor trailers, suffocating to death. And we just simply get on a plane and come over here and give the first pretty face we see a damn visa. Man, we ought to be ashamed of ourselves, But that's just what we do. So, yeah, Harold, I got to tip my hat to you. You're the first one who's ever said that. You ain't going to get a visa out of me. It's going to be hard. I wish I would have thought that way. And it was damn near, it's like, you're going to pry it out of my dead hands. That's where I'm at right now, guys. Because, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, you can pry it out of my dead hands. Michael Dawsonville, don't just bring him to America. Think that it's you. No, don't just bring him to America. Yeah, he said, you have to also make them want you physically. Yeah, and that takes time, Michael. See, that's exactly what I said. But we don't give it time, Mike. We don't give them time to become attracted to us, to fall in love with us. I did, though, because I gave it 4 years. My wife loved me, but she didn't love me enough to give up that damn visa. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said the government rushes us too much. 90 days to marry, not enough time to get to live with each other. Should be 2 years at least. But see, if you never start that process to begin with, Mike, there's no 90 days. See, you've already given her the visa. See? Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience said, I almost missed the show, having computer problems today. Look, guys, I always tell y'all to do this. Check out Pumpkin Joe's Philippine Experience. He's got some good videos. He's got good information. Okay? He's like I got rough edges. He's like a smooth surface. But he's got a good channel. He takes 2 or 3 days to make his videos. Hell, I take 15 minutes to do mine. But he's legitimate. He's the real deal. He came up, him and his wife and daughter, they drove 4.5 hours to meet me in San Carlos City. See, he don't have to do nothing else as far as I'm concerned. It showed me he was real. Yeah, he's getting ready to get out of Dumagetti too, he said. He's selling his house. He got a nice house. He's selling. He said he's going down to Mindanao. That's where his wife's from. And he did the smart thing. Now, will they end up in America? Probably. I don't know, but I would say the chances of them going to America and staying together are going to be a whole lot better because they've lived so long together over here, see? Colin B says, my girlfriend don't want to come to America. She loves the fields, and I love the culture and people. That's why I'm with her. No need to bring her back. Yeah. But that's what my girlfriend told me, my wife, rather. John Gomez, where do you live? Don't you live in Honduras, Nicaragua, one of them? Ty Cromwell says, I'm going to Medellin in October. What's the difference? Why do everybody go to Medellin instead of Cartagena? See, I like the beaches. That's why I like Cartagena, Colombia. T.J. Johnson said that Paul Smith, I've been to Bogota, Cali, Cartagena, and Medellin. I've only been to Cartagena, Colombia, and that was enough for me. If I ever go back, that's where I'm going. Okay, John Gomez, he said Santiago, Dominican Republic. Okay, yeah, you showed me your place over there, man. I tell you what, boy, you got a nice place, especially all that white furniture you got over there. See, I've got little kids, man, and grandkids. I could never get away with that. Yeah, James Lyons, the next pet is opportunistic and inconsiderate and quite pathetic. Yeah, absolutely. And if you don't know what the next pet is, go watch my video, man. I'll give it to you. I'll give you the nitty gritty. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. I don't like them. I've never liked them. When we go to the cookouts, and, because every month, once or twice a month over in America, if you got your Filipino over there, you going around to each other's house eating and stuff, and they be over there grinning, got that shit-eating grin on their face, telling you what they heard about the Philippines. Well, you're never going to get on a plane. And then they discourage the woman from going back home, too. That's another thing I don't like about them. One of our friends over there, she married an expat. And they got a good life now. He's religious. Okay. The girl hadn't seen her. She's the only child, guys. Listen to this. Hasn't seen her parents for 12 years. And they're getting old. Okay. I'm talking about in their late 60s, early 70s. And that's super old over here. All right, Pumpkin Joe. He said, nah, brother, my days in the West are done. I got my 13A because I have to stay. Yeah, I'm here to stay. And see, you did it the right way. John Gomez said, did you see the pic of me picking avocados? No, but some guy sent me a picture. His wife took, I think his name is Adam and her name is Eva. It's like an Adam and Eve type TikTok. It's hilarious. And they're standing by like an apple tree or something. Yeah, I love the Chinese. He said they heard so much but don't know anything. Oh, it pisses me off. They never stepped foot in the Philippines, but here they got a beautiful Filipina. And, they got everything that you done worked hard to get. They don't even have a damn passport, most of them. Alpina R says, so that's what a next pet is. Yeah, next pet is, he wants the next man's Filipina. That's why I put the next pet. Like an expat or sex pet. He's a next pet. He wants the next man's Filipina. He's not going to do the work. He wants a Filipina. He's got a profile on one of these Filipino sites. All right? He ain't going to date nobody else but a Filipino, but he don't have a passport. He's never been to the Philippines. He's waiting for you to bring her over. See? And they don't care. They'll marry somebody's ex. Excuse me. He don't care that, because whoever's with, I don't care, man. If that's what you want, yeah, they don't care. Sam Champion says the travel mic is hard to get for so many of them. My wife was the first out of 8 people in front of her to pass. What do you mean, the U.S. citizenship, Sam? Because that's an easy thing to pass. If they failed that, they don't need to be a U.S. citizen. It's a simple question. Yeah, R68 DVR, the next past the bottom feeder. Yeah, but see, he don't care. He just wants a Filipino. He don't care that you've been with her for 10 years and, it doesn't matter. Rams Dodgers fan said Medellin is where they printed really good American dollar in the 90s when I was there. Oh, you mean counterfeit? Jay Franklin said, yeah, plenty of Filipinos here in the USA. Yeah. I think There's more Filipinos in the USA than any place else. And, that makes sense, though, because of our, foreign policy relations with them. But, yeah, I think there's more Filipinos in the United States than anywhere else. Kamal Fadi says, hey, Calvin, I like your streams. Always have something new. Yeah, we just try to, kick it around, Kamal. Nothing earth-shattering. We just have a conversation. How 2050 says, hey, Cal, when's the next update on your house? Today. It's looking good, man. Yeah, I went by there yesterday. I took the guys. They got this little place called Angel's Burger. And I took like 20 burgers over. You get 2 burgers for 32 pesos. And, just eating meat over here is a big deal, guys. Don't take that for granted. Eating meat over here is a big deal. And they were happy. And I went over there, but I didn't do an update because they didn't work Sunday. I like to do an update where, you can see the difference. And the engineer was there too. Okay, Rams and Dodgers fan. Yep, counterfeit. They were big time counterfeit operations there. When I went to Rio de Janeiro, the minute, when you're on a carrier, you have to catch a ferry to the land because the carriers, for security reasons, they always dock way out. The minute we touched down, man, these guys had all this money. They weren't trying to exchange your money with you. Of course, we're not stupid. But it was all counterfeit, but man, it looked real. Elena for reals. Oh, okay. Yeah, now you're talking about a tourist visa, visitor's visa to America. Yeah, good luck getting that, guys. Elena for real says, yeah, tourist visitor's visa is always difficult to pass. You have to prove that you have ties, own property that will give you reason to go back to the Philippines and not stay illegal in the U.S. Absolutely. That's a great point. And that's why it's so hard for Filipinos to get that tourist visa, because that could easily be your answer to your problems, but it's just so hard. A lot of the masses over here, especially the ones you meet on these dating sites, they don't own property. They don't have no money in the bank. They don't have good jobs or none of that. So it's going to be hard for them to get approved for that visa. Yeah, Clayton Murray says, I was born at night, not last night. Thank me later. And I'm not generalizing Filipinos when I say don't bring them over there, but I'm saying give it some time, guys. Even though me and my wife have been together for 4 years, we were separated for 22 months with this stupid visa situation. My K1 visa nightmare I did the video on. See, so something went wrong right there anyhow with us. But at least get to know the people, man. We bringing them over too quick, guys. Alpina Art says, Uncle Calvin, would you be so kind to give me the title to your video about the funky next pack? Yeah, I think it's just beware of the next pack. He won't show Filipina, something like that. But if you go to my channel and you put it in the search, it'll come up. Yeah, Pierre Bernard. Yeah, there are a lot of Filipinos in here in America. Dave Chappelle met his wife in Brooklyn. Yeah, there's more Filipinos in America than anywhere else, and they're all over the world. They're really like you're talking about an expat. Filipinos and Filipinos, that's one thing that I talk about on that video, Don't Bring Your Wife, because they're amazing, man. They can go anywhere and assimilate into the culture. I don't care. You got people, Filipinos in Afghanistan right now who won't come back home. That gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. They've assimilated into Afghanistan of all places. They said, hell, I'm happy over here. Oh, wow. Elena for real says, I was lucky I passed and was granted a multi-entry visa when I applied for it. However, my visa had to be revoked because I had to re-enter the U.S. Okay. using a K-1 visa. Okay, I see. Yeah, you were lucky. And you must be one of those, like I said, you got ties. Here. Terry Dell says Filipino chicken healthy, no drugs added. Yeah, the native chicken. You're right. But it's a lot of things over here that allow me to lose 30 pounds. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm going to put a video of me when I got here. I was in Siquijor Island. This before me and my wife split up. This is in that first 6 months before she left. We went to Siquijor Island. I'm sitting on the white sand beach. She took a picture of me sitting down. I'm going to show you how big I was when I got here. But because a lot of the food over here, Terry Dale, is healthy. You know, because we don't have a lot of, man, my refrigerator is one of them. It's not the little college dorm refrigerators, but it's maybe twice as high as that. We don't keep a lot of frozen stuff in there. We go to the market every day and buy fresh food. Kamal Fatty says, Fatih, it says, is it possible for a man with disability to find love in the Philippines? Absolutely. 18 to 80 black, blind, crippled, or crazy. You can find love over here. You know, but initially it's not going to be love, Kamal. You know, and I don't know how old you are, but you definitely can find happiness over here. Love is something totally different. Hey, Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He says it's hard to get to know a woman if you have to work for a living. Messenger is not a good way to learn them. I traveled there, but not enough times. Yeah. See, what you have to do, guys, look, the Philippines, here's how most of us, when I talked about my video the other day, the minute we get here, it's like we catch on fire. If you ever go watch a video of somebody on fire and see how they flailing around, running to and fro, instead of just stop, drop, and roll like they tell us, you know, and put the fire out, we get over here and we just go crazy. All right. We think that the Philippines is going somewhere. It's not going anywhere. Come over here 2 or 3 weeks, go back, come back like I did, go back, come back. It's not going anywhere. They'll never run out of Filipinos looking for foreigners, okay, over here. You don't have to worry about it. But these geniuses on these online dating sites, they've made it all about the Filipino, when in fact it's all about you, Kamal, and who else, and Travel Mike. It's not about them. It's about you, really. You're the prize. See? And you can come back and forth as many times as you want. You can delay the visa as long as you want. And if she doesn't want to go for it, okay, fine. Now you know that she wasn't with you for the right reason. And you get you another one. And you keep repeating that process till you finally find a woman that's with you for the right reasons. You know, hell, John to tell you, it took him 7 times. Took me 4, really. Because the first woman that I really got serious with, she was 18, man. She told me she was 22. She was legal, but at that time I had a daughter that was 15. I couldn't do it. She was fine, and you know, and all for 6 months I thought she was 22, but no, so I didn't really. But the other 3, yeah, you're gonna have to go. You may have to go through a few, man. John Gomez says, I refuse to get on a dating site. Not for me. I need to have face-to-face reaction with a straight hand. Cannot lose. Absolutely right. But here's what the dating sites are good for. It breaks the ice. It gives you a chance, okay, I don't have to go blindly over there 8,000 miles. The dating sites are not for you to propose and marry and fall in love, guys. That's what we're doing. That's the mistake we're making. It's okay. You make contact with somebody. Okay, I'm gonna be there. That date, this time. You know, let's hook up. Let's see what we got. Okay, but no, we take that dating site as, you know, it helps us propose. We fall in love. You know, and some of us, believe it or not, and this is coming. You heard it from Sunshine Shoulders. Pretty soon, because they pushing this marriage online. These dating sites in the next few years are going to offer an option where you can get married on their site. You heard it from me, okay? And a lot of us are going to do it. Not me, but yeah. Paul Smith said, perfect approach, John Gomez. In fact, throw the device in the toilet. Yeah. Clayton Murray says, we got the hot pants syndrome. Yeah, because she doesn't, listen, face it, guys. I don't care who you are, out there. I'm not generalizing, but Filipinos will show you if you want to see it. Once, if you've been chatting with them for a while, they're going to set your mind on fire. They're going to give you hot pants syndrome. So the minute, you get off the plane, man, she got you already. Pluvio File says, you've been in the Philippines so long, you're starting to look Filipino. They tell me that all the time. Filipinos think I'm Filipino because it's dark Filipinos over here. I went to a dangerous part of Mindanao one time. It was on the way from Zamboanga City. We were going to visit her brother in Pagadian City, where you got to pass through some pretty shady places when you go on a bus. And my mother-in-law told me, you're going to be okay. Just don't open your mouth. Just don't say anything. And that's what I did. But yeah, if you look at my video, the mistakes we make with online dating, the number one mistake we make, guys, is this. We chat too long. We chat them too long. That's the number one mistake you make, because you're going to open up a can of worms chatting too long. You don't need to chat too long. I've never chatted a woman over 2 weeks. Me and my girlfriend was talking the other day. It wasn't because I was already over here. See, you don't do that. You use it to kind of like break the ice and say, okay, look, let's meet here in Dumaguete or wherever else. And if it clicks, it clicks. If it don't, it don't. But we use it all for the wrong reasons, guys. Clayton Murphy said, yeah, we got the Brad Jones is hitting on something I hit on all the time. But yeah, Clayton Murphy says, yeah, we got the Royal Flush, but she beats us with that pair of deuces jack high every time because of what Brad Jones is saying. We are our own worst enemy, building fairy tales in our mind with girls we don't even know. And that's what we do. So she's got all she's got, guys. I'm over here. I'm telling you that she's only got a pair of deuces and a jack high. Nothing more than that. You coming over here with a flaming Royal Flush, all hearts, ace, king, queen, jack 10. All you got to do is lay your hand down. But now we sit there like, shaking with the hand like you can't win. You got the highest hand in the deck. You holding the highest hand. It don't get no higher than the hand you're holding over here. So come over here like that, knowing you got the winning hand, guys. But we come over here because these dating sites and the Filipinos, they trick us. They flip it around, and here we are. We got the Royal Flush, but we play it like we only got a pair of deuces with jack high, and we lose. We've all done it, Brad Jones. I've done it. Because you think you bring that Western thinking over here. You thinking, oh man, look at this beautiful woman, and you start trying to impress her. You start spending money you don't got. I tell you, man, one of the first times I came over here to the Philippines, man, I spent $7,000 in 2 months. That's a fortune over here under any circumstances. This was in 2010. I'm talking about 2020. If you do it now, it's a fortune. So imagine going back 11 years doing that, bringing that old American thinking over here. And come to find out that a lot of it was making the Filipino cringe because it makes them feel like you looking down on them. when you spend money like that, or, you know, buy them stuff and offer them money and stuff, they really don't like it. Yeah, they want you to take care of them and have a nice time and all that. But when you push money at them and they think that, oh, he's trying to buy me, he's with me, he thinks I'm with him for his money, and they don't like that. But man, I spent a lot of money. We stayed in nothing but 5-star hotels. The Shangri-La. The time I was over here, it was called the Hilton over in Moncton. It was pink. They were pink. This was before Hilton sold it to somebody else. Yeah, Alpina. He said, Jazam, seven racks. Yeah, I spent every bit of it. It's a good thing I had $20,000, you know, cash and in my bank account connected to my debit card. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have I don't know if I'd have made it back. I don't know if I'd had enough money to make it back, because I was definitely trying to impress her. She was one of the most beautiful. This is my son's mother. Now that, you know, hindsight 2020, but she was a simple woman. It didn't take all that to impress her. She had never slept on a mattress before. I promise you, okay. When I met her, she was staying in a boarding house, a boarding room in a boarding house. The room was so small that she slept with her back on the floor and her feet and legs on the wall. So she was sleeping like this. This is her back. She slept like that every single night, guys. That's how small the room was. But see, because we went over there, she showed it to me. All right. Otherwise, you know, in my mind, I could never imagine what people really live like over here, because I'm coming from the West, and poor to me is somebody living in projects with hot and cold water. A lot of them have air conditioning, cable, and all that. See, but that's poor to me. You don't know poor until you see. You don't know poverty until you see it over here. And it would have took, man, a fraction of that, probably 1,000, really, would have set her on fire. But I spent 7,000, man, and you know, a lot of us do that because these women, man, they're beautiful, man. You can say whatever you want about Filipinas, but to say that they're ugly, they're not. Now, there's just some ugly ones over here. Yeah, it's ugly ones everywhere, but I mean the Filipino, period. The reason why they got men coming from all over the world. You can say whatever you want about them. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of money. They live here, they live there, but they beautiful, man. And your first experience, if you don't come over here with the right attitude, man, you're going to go run back like Filipinos are going out of style, like most of us do. We run back, start the paperwork. See, and that's a joke. Travel like an ocean. Says that's the power of their bluff. Yeah, poker and Filipino relationships are zero-sum game. We are not the card sharks in this game. Absolutely. And they get us, man. There's no way you should lose coming over here. But yet, many of us go back with our tails tucked between our legs because we bring our Western thinking over here. That's how we end up losing. Yeah, Scout 504 said there's a Filipino man getting a tune-up who hasn't given her a dime. The money matters, but doesn't matter at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, you hit on something there. If you really want to know how the Filipino really is, just come over here and watch her with her interaction with the Filipino man. That's how they really are. It's not the woman that you're dealing with. She's something totally different when she starts dealing with you. The first day you meet her, she changes. The minute she starts chatting with you, she changes. But if you want to see a real Filipino, you got to come over here and you got to observe her with a Filipino man. Then you're going to see him. Cal Devin said, Cal, what color is your house going to be? We're going to a beige kind of color. Beige. I want something light, something that looks professional. Mark Angel, man, this is funny, but I thought about that. He said, hey, Calvin, how about a Mr. Sunshine Shoulders contest next? The problem is 95% of my subscribers and viewers are men. Who's going to want to look at a bunch of hard ankles? But I thought that, nobody's going to want to, who's going to want to contribute to the prize money and all that to see a bunch of men? But I thought about that, Mark Angel, and it's a great idea, but no one's gonna want it. John Gomez, I'm telling the truth. It's funny. He's laughing, John Gomez, because you're right. Nobody's gonna want to look at that. Uncle Mo 1010 said, hey, Calvin, finally got a chance to watch you live. Thanks for the content. Hey, welcome, Uncle Mo, and thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I got about 25 minutes left. Ben Fern K said, no, Mr. Sunshine, that's a bad idea. Yeah, you're right. That's why I didn't do it. Cal Devin said, the ladies will vote for us. Yeah, but see, the problem is, I'll do one if there's no prize money involved, because nobody's going to put that up for y'all. I certainly not going to give you no prize money for a bunch of hard ankles. Alpina R said, hell yeah, my wife was bomb beautiful. We couldn't go no damn where around Metro Manila. Had Pinoys trying to flirt with her left and right. The minute I turned my damn back, I'm like, shit, can I have one? Can I have one? But yeah, you're right. And that's what, see, no matter what you can be a playboy in America, but until you have this Filipino experience, you'll never know what I'm talking about. And I understand why guys go crazy. John Gomez says, I'd get in trouble here in the DR. Yeah. But I know why guys go crazy. The same reason I went crazy. I'm just sharing my experience with you. This isn't something that I think, I'm an expert on. I'm just telling you what happened to me when I came over here, especially when the little 18-year-old girl, I thought she was 22. Now, I'm going to tell you something. My American man immediately kicked in. I arrived in Cebu. I get my luggage. She's waiting out there. She got the sign. She's got two ponytails, man. She was so beautiful, man. I promise you, man. I was afraid to go out. I was afraid to step outside the door. I was like, damn, she was out there with the sign, welcome Calvin, and she, it's crazy, man. Rhymes and Dodgers fans said, Calvin, will City put a road in front of your house later? That's the plan, okay? See, I live in Margarita Village right now. Where I'm building is Margarita Village Extension. It's privately owned. Margarita Village is owned by the city. Now, once they either sell to the city or whatever they do, then you're going to see that road and all that. It would look just like it looks over here. But because it's privately owned, yeah. Brian Bond says, Filipino Man of the Year contest. Good fathers, hard workers, etc. That's a great idea. Cal Devin said, let's all. No, you can't send any pics, Cal. It's gotta be a video anyway. Mal Cologne says, any regrets? I do. And really the only regret I have is this, that I would have came here earlier. Because I fit right in the Philippines, Mal Cologne. Everybody doesn't like it over here, but I love it over here. And that's really the only regret I've got. And as much as I love you know, my children, I probably wouldn't have had any more children at my age. But it's too late for that. I love them. I take care of them. I do anything for them. But I probably, you know, I'm just being honest. I don't sugarcoat anything. I would have came here earlier, and I probably wouldn't have had any children at my age because it's hard on me. You know, John Gomez says, I already have my video called Adam and Eve. Is that you? Then, yeah, you're the one then who sent it. Is that you? Let me see who sent me that. Somebody sent that to me. It was hilarious to me. Let me see who that was. I think it's in my, Sunshine Shoulders. Let's see. Yeah, it's John Gomez. You sent me that TikTok. Man, you are hilarious. That's hilarious. You sent me that. Hey, Big Mikey. Welcome, brother. He says, hi, Calvin, long time watching, not a big comment. I appreciate you anyway, brother. Welcome, man. Yeah, but Cal, you can't send no picture. If you're gonna send it, send a video. And maybe when this is over with, I'll do that. I'm gonna have but there's not gonna be any prize money, guys. We're just gonna see who the ladies are gonna choose, okay? John Gomez says, my wife is sneaky. Sorry. Wow. Yeah, it's funny, man. It's Adam and Eva. Rams and Dodgers fan says, I haven't seen the caribou in front of the new house lately. Are they still around? Are they friendly? Yeah, they're friendly. But they move them up and down that big field. Sometimes they're in front of my house. Sometimes they're not. But yeah, they're still there. They're friendly. You can walk right by them. They won't bother you. But these are cows. They're not carabao. Carabaos are huge. If you've seen them. J.H. said, Calvin, we're sending a milk crate your way. Man, don't do that. I don't even know what that. See, I'm out of the loop, man. I don't even know what is that challenge all about. Oh, okay, Terry Dale. He said, I want to do a live stream with you and John when I get back. The great debate. Yeah. Frank Ellis says, hey, is this the John Gomez in San Francisco in the Mission District? I think he lives in New York, Frank, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, guys. Hey, hon. Hon, can you bring me a drink, please? One of my drinks. Now, see, I can't do that in America, guys. I can't say, hey, honey, will you bring me a drink? Do you know what's going to happen? Y'all know it. What's the guy going to say? Get your own damn drink. But not here. See, she gladly does it. But in America, get your own damn drink. Ed from Queens says, I cannot tell you about the Philippines, but 90% of Filipinos in New York are lesbians. They're bi. And I'm going to tell you why that is, because it's a lot over here. Because the Philippines is way ahead of everybody else when it comes to tolerating gay people. I'm not going to say accepting, because they're not really accepted because there's no laws protecting them over here. So I'll just use the word tolerate. And you see, it's a lot over here. I'm talking about, man, and they're young. My girlfriend's daughter, I think she's got a girlfriend. She's 15. The girl's 18. I mean, no, 16. And they're really a couple, man. And they're, R68 DVR said the challenge is how to break your arm or your ass. It's stupid. Oh man, travel like an ocean says, have you been successful? No. Keeping those neighborhood kids from playing in your new house and septic tank home. No. And when we went over there the other day, I didn't make a video, but we went over there late at night, me and her. So today is Tuesday, Sunday. And they're over there. They're even in the house. Now the man is supposed to be over there. He's a watchman at night. He's supposed to be over. They're all in that house, man. I don't like it. Uncle Mo 1010 said, Calvin, no. But I'm going to read your question. He said, Calvin, if a man has adult children, would you recommend he look for a Filipino wife older than his eldest adult child? No. I wouldn't really, but a lot of times that's going to be a default anyhow because, okay, my oldest daughter's 25, so, I wouldn't hesitate to date a 25-year-old or a 24-year-old because that's, in just my humble opinion, in Filipinas really in her prime at that time. She's already finished school. She probably had a boyfriend or two. She's probably had a job or working a job that she hates. It's a great time to meet them. But I wouldn't, I wouldn't put an age on anything because I'm gonna tell you something. My girlfriend's 36, man, and that's old for me over here. But she just has something I like, man, But that's old for me over here. That's the oldest I've ever. And I guess because I've gotten older. I'm 58 now, but. Even at 58, because I'm gonna tell you now that I start playing tennis, and I hope she's not, but she's looking at this, which I don't care. These young women starting to come around watching me. But I don't even know if it's watching me. It could be my neighbor. Hell, he's 70. But yeah, they sit right there now. And every time we play Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's more of them coming around. And I probably could get somebody somewhere around 25 or something. But yeah, I wouldn't put an age on it because, man, I'm telling you, you take your time, you're going to find an outstanding woman over here. A Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, my ex-wife had her ex sending me messages after we got married, telling me all kinds of stuff. That's when I found out she had 2 girlfriends before me. And you're going to see that over here a lot. I mean, you see it a lot over here. And a lot of the women that you're chatting with on online dating sites are lesbians. They don't want you. They want what you can give them so they can take care of what they got over here. Mal Cologne says, I'm 43 and retired in the Matrix. Can I make it on $3,000 a month there? Absolutely. You're going to live like a ball over here. But yeah, Travel Mike, you hit on something. You see it a lot over here. I mean, because I lost my train of thought. I was talking about the young girls watching me play tennis. But you see these. But then again, sometimes you can be fooled because Filipinos, even men, they'll walk around with their hands. See, we don't do it in America with their arm around the shoulder or even holding hands. And they're just regular. And you see that a lot over here with women. They walking down the street holding hands and hugged up. But a lot of them really are couples. But yeah, 3,000, that's a lot of money over here, Mal. That's double what I was living on. Buffalo Dan said 1950 was the last time you could ask for a drink from your wife in America. Now, I believe it. That's funny, but that's a lot of truth to it. But it's like living in 1950 here, man. If you see it, Filipinos, they all eat at the same time over here. They eat all at the same time, man, and the man eats first. I don't care who it is, and I feel embarrassed about it sometimes, but I didn't get used to it. They make my plate first, and that's just something that, I like. I kind of like that. They give you that respect, really. They said, okay, like when I was little, my mother would, you better not touch that food till my daddy got home and got his plate first. And that's the same thing it is over here. But you'll see a lot of old-fashioned over here. Archipelago says, I'm not looking for love first. No, he says, I don't want to find love yet. I just want to explore the Philippines first. And that's what I probably should have done. And that's why I suggest to other people, because see, one guy was saying, oh, you always tell people, he said, why don't you follow your own advice? And a lot of it I do, but some of it, remember, are the mistakes I've made. So I share with you so you don't make the same mistakes. If I go to a casino and lose all my money and you give me a go in there and I say, hey, man, don't go in there. You're going to lose all your money. Would you call me a hypocrite? No, you wouldn't. I'm giving you my boots on the ground experience, hoping it can save you a lot of heartache. And one of them is, I wouldn't have got hooked up so soon. I would have explored around first, because a woman is the last thing you're going to have to worry about here. She has a real job. She knows no kids for us, no U.S. visa, boundaries with the family. It's all good now. Yeah. That's how she was 36 when I met her. And, but she was wanted by the local men. That's the only difference. But she already had 2 kids, had a real job. But a lot of what you're saying, I totally agree with. And they still look good, see? And you got to realize, man, I'm 58, so what I look like saying 36 is old. But, in the Philippines, you would think that. Hey, thanks, Mal Cologne, for that super stick. I appreciate it. But that's our crazy thinking. Once you're over here for a while, you'll find yourself saying stupid stuff like I said. Oh, that's the oldest woman that I've ever dated over here. And she's only, 36. I'm 58. Yeah. John Gomez said that sounds so good. Old school living back to life. Oh, that's why I love the Philippines, man. It's so old fashioned. I'm old fashioned. And that's why it appeals to me. When you go to the grocery store, not only do the people bag up your groceries and put them in a box, but then they carry them out for you. They do stuff like that, man. And you be like, man, I can carry this myself. I got it. And you're not looking for a tip. This is just what they do. It's stuff like that, that makes me like it over here. Clayton Murray says, I'm always trying to break up lesbians. Breaks my heart, them choosing a girl over me. The man should eat first, Calvin just said. But I didn't say that. But I guess he should, because I didn't finish what I was going to say. Because over here in the Philippines, they'll tell you, you're the one out there, you're working hard, you're bringing home the bacon, you're taking care of everybody. So we're going to let you eat first. And that's how my mother used to think. Believe it or not. And that's what I like. Thomas H. said, Calvin, your lives are getting better. I hope, man. Hell, I've been doing them for a little while now. It took me a while to kind of get my feet up underneath me. But this is y'all show, really, not mine. I'm over here really just reacting if I didn't have you guys here, it'd be hard for me to even think of certain things because y'all y'all shape my memory, you know, of a lot of stuff. Paul Smith says, I like that cow, like the king served first after the taste, of course. Yeah. And, you know, once you know that the Filipina is with you for the right reasons, man, that's not a better woman, man. I mean, it's just so old fashioned, man, that you would give her everything that you got. You know, you would build a house over there like I'm building. Because the woman that I have now, man, she's just, you know, how can you be a king if she's not a queen? She's certainly a queen, man. And she's just raised, you know, she took me up a notch, man. You know, now is marriage in the works? No, but she's definitely taken me up a couple of notches, as a matter of fact. Where you going, honey? But yeah, you're not going to, Elena for real said that's our culture. We give a lot of respect to the head of family, or even to the eldest child in the family. Yeah, and I love it, see, because I don't get respect, you know. Hell, I'm going to tell you, here's how my kids think of me. My stimulus check came to my daughter's house, right? And so, and I've got a nephew. He's 20 years younger than me. His name is Calvin Roach, but his name is Calvin Gregory Roach, and he's been in a lot of trouble. But he's paid his dues to society. Well, anyway, he cashed the check, you know, and instead of them sending me the money, they just spent the money. That's the respect they got for me, see? Knowing I would have given them anything that they asked for, they spent it. That's crazy. Trent Knight said it's in the Bible. Man of the household eat first. There's a lot of stuff in that Bible now, Trent Knight, that I don't think we want to talk about, you know, if your child disrespects you, bash him in the head with a rock or all that old stuff, you know. But yeah, I know what you're saying, though. And yeah, Elena, I'm glad you're on here and you brought that up because I love it. Everybody over here calls me sir. They call me Sir Calvin. That's crazy. A caveman C says, have you built the ground safe into the new house? No, I wouldn't. I'm not going to do it because I don't even want, you know, those guys would tell, hey, he's got a safe in there. I don't want to do that, man. Rams the Dodgers fan says feeding the man a house first makes sense because he provided the meal. Yeah, but you tell that to the women in America. They don't care. They're entitled, man. They spent my stimulus check, man. I was fired up. That was money I was going to use, but they my kids. I done forgave them, but they do stuff like that. My children is the rat race. They're part of the rat race, okay? And then the hamster wheel is the reason I'm here. My daughter was 16 at the time when I left, my youngest daughter. And of course I had custody of her. She's with her mother now. But just about drove me crazy. Her and she's 16. So that would mean the next to her was 19. A house full of girls every single day. And every single day I tell them, hey, you know, I don't want them over here. They doing hair. They got all these old weaves and they got all that old gel in my carpet. It drove me crazy, man. And I'd have talks with the girls' parents and tell them, look, I don't want them over my house. The minute I get home, they're there already. I mean, it's just that type of, they just didn't respect me, man. I had to get out of that. Yeah, Terry Dale said, Calvin, that's one of the things I love about the Philippines. I don't have to think so much. The West is a headache. It's more than a headache, man. If it's anything, it's more than a damn headache. I got rid of it. John Gomez says, yeah, I hear you, Cal. Yeah, I get the utmost respect. I mean, her children, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. You know, that's why, you know, a lot of men, even me, you know, they're reluctant to date women with children because, you know, in America, they're going to disrespect you. Okay. I raised, okay, my wife, my American wife, we married for 18 years. I met her son was 5 years old. I put him on the bus every day. Went out there, staying in the hot sun, whether it's raining, snow, whatever. Raised him to be a man. Bought him his first car. Took him to get his driver's license. The whole 9 yards, you know. And don't you know, his father was never around, even to this day, because his father's got mental problems. You know, he tries to disrespect me, man. He's like 33 now. And, you know, that's the type of stuff you get over there. But here, man, they give me the utmost respect, man. It's like they're my own children. That's the way they treat me, like I'm their father. And that's why a lot of men don't want to get involved with, you know, single mothers because they're afraid that the children aren't going to respect them. Frank Ellis said, I hope they, now Clayton Mary says, I hope they made investments with your, yeah, they invested in somebody else's Jordans and all that foolishness. Yeah, peanut art, disrespect, yeah. Yeah, Trent Knight says, shit, you better not say that to a woman in America. You better get ready for a fight. Women in America, damn, mainly they think they are the man. Yeah, that's why I divorced my wife for 18 years. I said, hell, if I wanted a man, I would have married a man. I don't want a man, I want a woman. But hey, guys, now R68 DVR, he said, you should have busted his lip. He did this online on Facebook. See, here's what the crazy thing was. I didn't have nothing to do with it. I woke up, minding my own business. I checked my Facebook, and my oldest daughter, you know, of course, we're friends on Facebook. Well, her and her mother had a falling out, right? Well, he gets in the comments and starts talking about me. He said, y'all always talk about my mother, but y'all never talk about y'all daddy like he's perfect, like he's a hero. And I'm like, why would you say that about me when I raised you? Your father was nowhere around, you know, even to this day. So that was about that. Hey, Big Mike, he's saying, get ready to go. Great videos, Cal. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off here too, man. Travel Mike, thanks for the super chat. He said, my ex would spend the weekend with a single beautiful Filipina. Then I worked the night shift. Then after I found out she is bi, I wondered what she's doing. Hey, thanks, Rams Dodgers fan. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. I got to get off here. Remember, I wrote that letter. I got to take it over here to give to him. He's not in town right now. You know what I mean? This guy's rich. I mean, he's super rich. Maybe the richest man in Negros Occidental. And he's powerful and he's famous. He married a star here. And he follows my channel. And he saw where I said, hey, I'm going to have to leave. And he reached out and said, hey, you know, I might can help you. You know, he didn't say he could. And man, you talking about humbled and being flattered. Yeah, Clayton, Mary. Yeah, so I've got to take that to his secretary or something. He wanted me to write a 2-page letter. He said, be truthful. And I am. I told him the real truth about what's going on. Hopefully that might help. Clayton Mary said, if I wanted a man, I would have married a man. Yeah, that's what I said, Clayton, and I meant it. And R68DVR said, well, you did what a man should do, Calvin. Yeah. Yeah, I got rid of her, man. But yeah, guys, let me get off of here. I've got a lot to do. I really, really appreciate y'all. Hey, thanks, John Gomez, for that super chat. I really appreciate you. Have a great day, Calvin. Peace, everyone. If you're in America, man, it's late. It's already past 12 midnight. I hope you help somebody. But if you're out there right now on them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift, or you on your lunch break, and you see somebody out in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. Oh, yeah, Frank Ellis, I got an ace in the hole. That's my second ace because my wife in America already told me she ain't going to help me. See what I'm saying? Filipinas change. She said it's too many qualifications to come over here. She can't afford to spend 10 days in a quarantine. I said, you know good and damn well I'm going to pay for it. If you're in the Philippines, it's 12 noon. We got the whole rest of the day to intensely go out and find somebody to help. No excuse. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. Remember, guys, did I tell y'all that the last week of this month, I'm going to sponsor a tennis tournament here in San Carlos City. It's going to be called the Sunshine Shoulders Tennis Tournament or something like that. And we're going to have 2 divisions. We're talking to the vice mayor now of the city. He's head of the tennis club over there. That's going to be nice, guys. I got to get out of here with my theme song. I want to thank Mr. Anthony Edwards for this. I might be the only one Filipino, I might be the only Philippine blogger with a theme song. If I can find it. Let's see. Okay, I'm in the wrong one. No wonder. He sent it to my Sunshine Shoulders Facebook. Yeah. I'm in the wrong one. Sorry, guys. Mel A said, got to see your house. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to have an update later, guys. I'll be over there later. It'll be when you getting up in the morning. Because it's going to be like 5. Because, man, I'm going to show you. Let me show y'all something. You see that? Y'all think I'm playing about that sun over here. It's no joke. Remember the old fashioned? See that? Remember your mother used to do that? They still do that over here. Even if they had a new dryer, they would do it like that. Thank y'all. Today is the last day to vote for the Miss Sunshine Shoulders. The winners will be announced tomorrow.
Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Lynn, San Diego.
Boots on the ground.
Hey, thanks, Lynn, San Diego 102. I appreciate it.
Boots on the ground.
Lynn, to be honest with you, I don't have no other choice now. It broke my heart that the woman that I made so many sacrifices for, and remember, she got her son over here, wouldn't even, want to sign me back in, man. But, it is what it is, guys. Lynn said maybe good karma's coming your way. Take care, everybody. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you.